Welcome you all for the colonial classes. We have started the chapter wave optics. So last class we discussed regarding what is wavefront, then types of wavefront, then we studied Huygens principle. So main important part there is Huygens principle. So last class we have discussed now what is Huygens principle and what is the purpose of Huygens principle. The Huygens principle, the main purpose is, and one more important point is understanding the Huygens principle not that much easy. So you have to go through carefully. Okay, Nara? And based on that Huygens principle only, what are the further today topic and next coming topics are related. Huygens principle main intention is what? To locate the present position of the wavefront when we know the previous position. So we will use this Huygens principle. Okay, Nara? So just I will recall that Huygens principle. So what is that? Huygens principle. So there are two parts are there for this Huygens principle. Whatever the wavefront you consider either as spherical or plane or cylindrical, the every point of the wavefront act like a secondary source, which will act like a secondary source. If I consider here the point P, Q, R, these secondary sources will re-emit the light in the form of secondary wavelengths in all directions. That secondary wavelengths will travel with the velocity of light. By taking these points as a center, distance traveled by the light as a radius. If we construct a sphere, what we need to draw? By taking these points as a center, distance traveled by the secondary wavelengths emitted from these points as a radius, what we need to construct? Spheres. Then the tangent round of the spheres will give you the present position of the wave. And one more doubt here you may get. So why now that we have told that, what happened? The particles will emit the light secondary wavelengths in all directions. Then I can also construct the wavefront in backward direction. So why we are not considering this backward wavefront? So now this is my backward wavefront. Here also this is the backward wavefront. So only one consideration he has given that since backward energy flow will not be there, that's why we are not considering this way. Are you getting it? We can consider, we are considering only this. Why not be this means? Only the reason he has given is energy flow backward will not be there. Always the energy will be flowing in forward. So that's why we will consider only this wavefront, not this. So this is the Huygens principle. Now today topic, today we will discuss two important 3 marks questions which are based on this Huygens principle. So very important so 2 questions frequently asked. What are the 2 questions are? So laws of reflection by Huygens principle. By Huygens principle. We need to explain or we need to prove the laws of reflection by Huygens principle. Before that, you know what are the laws of reflection. So reflection means what and reflection laws are what. You know that now? Whenever a light incident on the reflecting phase, so then what happened to the light? The bouncing back of light into the same. Why? This is the purpose why I discuss the reflection there. If we not discuss the reflection there in ray optics, then ray optics they have removed the reflection part. But here the laws of reflection needed. So that is my purpose why I discussed it there. Now what is the first law? First law I tell you the incident ray. This is the incident ray now. The incident ray. And next one is, so this is the normal rod to the interface. And this is the reflected. The incident ray, normal and reflected lies in a same plane. Now what is the second one? The angle made by incident ray with the normal is angle of incidence. Angle made by the refracted ray with the normal is angle of refraction. So angle I value equal to angle I. The angle of incidence value always equal to angle of reflection. But we don't know the proof. So how I wall equal to R? Just we know this as a law. Now we can prove this by I wall equal to R by using this Huygens principle. Now we want to prove these two laws by using Huygens principle. Question understood, Ara? So we want to prove the laws of reflection by Huygens principle. So very important question for 3 marks. And diagram is very important. So diagram I am drawing low here on the left side, but you should draw the diagram right corner in your notebook, and no PPT was there for this diagram. So you can directly write the notes from here on. So let me consider one mirror M1 and M2. What is a mirror or reflecting surface name I call M1 and M2. So let us consider one plane wavefront incident on this mirror. So let me consider one plane wavefront. The name is A. What is this? One plane wavefront. How we will get plane wavefront? So the wavefront either is spherical or cylindrical. At infinite distance will become plane wavefront. Now this is my plane wavefront. A plane wavefront I consider. So plane wavefront, the name I called A. Actually, you know what is the direction of the ray? The rays will be perpendicular to the wavefront. If I consider here one ray is there, here one ray is there, and this is one ray. Can I call this ray name is 1, this ray name is 2, and this ray name is 3? So we know that rays are perpendicular to wavefront. Rays are perpendicular to wavefront. Now in this diagram you see, now I am drawing the normal to the mirror. Then this is the incident ray. The angle made by incident ray with the normal is we call I. Are you getting that? Now you see, this is the incident ray and this is the which one? Wavefront, plane wavefront. Both are perpendicular. If this value is I, so what happened to this value? So both are perpendicular. This value 90 minus I. Right, Ara? And so you can see, and one more important point here is, so this is the normal, this is the mirror. So angle between them is 90 degrees. Now this is 90 minus I. So what happened to this angle? I. Are you getting it? So till now what we are telling is angle of incidence is the angle made by incident ray with which one? So with the normal. But in case of now, in case of the wavefront, the angle made by which one? The incident wavefront with which one? With the reflecting surface. So that is called as angle of incidence. At what angle? The plane wavefront is incident I. Now I consider the 3 points on this wavefront. One is A, another is B, and another is B. Okay, now I will apply the Huygens principle in order to prove that two laws of reflection. What are the two laws? First law, second law, two laws are there. That two laws I want to prove. By applying this one, by applying the Huygens principle. Right, Ara? Okay, now? What is the first point for the Huygens principle? The every point on the wavefront will act like a secondary source which will emit the light, so in all directions. Now what happens? A also will act like a secondary source, D also will act like a secondary source, B also will act like a secondary source. So let me call, so now what happens? The light emitted from A directly incident on the mirror. So what happened to that light? So that light will be reflected. Now the reflected light is given by, so this is the reflected light. Can I call the light travels? The distance travelled by the light, we call this value I now. The diagram is very important. This value I will call this point D. Now from A, so light is reflecting, light is travelled, that light is reflecting. So let us suppose the light emitting from A travels a distance AB dash. The value of AB dash. Since that light travels with a velocity of light, so that's why the distance travelled by the light emitted from the point A can I call AB dash. So AB dash value is equal to C into T. Distance is equal to velocity into time. Similarly from B also, so light will be emitted from B. That light emitted from B, so reaching where? It coming and incidenting on the mirror. So let me call the point name is A dash. So what is the distance travelled by the light from B to A dash? that B to A dash value also equal to C into D. Why? Because each and every point will emit the light. That light will travel equal distances. The distance traveled by light in a medium same. Here light emitted from A and light emitted from B. So traveling in the same medium. That's why the velocity value A B dash is equal to B A dash value is equal to C into T. Now I know incident wavefront. What I want to locate? I want to locate the reflected wavefront. We are using Huygens principle. So there are 2 points are there for Huygens principle now. So what are the 2 points of Huygens principle? The first point is given by the every point will act like a secondary source which will emit the light in all direction, which can travel with the velocity of light. Then how can I construct the second one? By taking that points as a center, distance traveled by the light emitted from this points as a radius. If I construct the spheres, draw, then the tangent onto the spheres will give you, so the direction of, will give you the position of new wavefront. Now I want to locate what is the reflected wavefront position. In order to locate the reflected wavefront position, the position of the reflected wavefront. So what I am doing is, so by taking A as a center, distance traveled by the light emitted from B, A is AB dash as a radius. So let me draw one sphere. Instead of drawing a sphere, let me draw one arc. What is the arc? B dash. From where I drawn the arc? From E. Are you getting it? I have drawn one arc. So what is necessary to draw the arc? So in order to, by drawing this arc, here I have drawn one arc. So this is the arc value. Okay, I will draw this point still closer, up to here only I will draw. This is my point B dash. Now I am drawing the arc from here. I should draw a total sphere. Instead of drawing the total sphere, I draw only arc. Now what happened? Similarly, I can also draw a sphere from B also. So I will get it one more sphere. Now instead of drawing one more arc, directly I am drawing a tangent from AB dash. So what is AB dash? This is the tangent drawing from A for this arc. So that arc, that tangent value is AB dash. Are you getting the students? Once listen. Now what is AB dash? AB dash is the new present position of the wave. What is the previous position? AB. What is the new position? So A dash B dash is the new position. Are you getting our diagram is completely, so total derivation is completely based on the diagram. First what I did, so light is emitted from A. The light emitted from A I have taken. So diagram, first I have taken the light is emitting from A. So this value is A. Okay na? Light emitting from A, then emitting from B. By taking A as a center, I draw this thing. Understood? Now, actually, now what happened now? Like this, similarly, now actually the light will travel like this. This light ray, which is the light ray here, is the one more light ray, if any light ray incident here. So that light ray will be travel like this. This is one more light ray. And similarly, this light ray will be reflected from here. So like this. This is my first reflected ray, can I call 1 dash? And this one is the 2 dash. And this one is the 3 dash. So now you can see, so A dash B dash is the new wavefront, which is called as reflected wavefront. So what is the name of A dash B dash? The reflected wavefront. Now, so third one is the reflected ray now. So if I draw a normal, angle made by the reflected ray with the normal is R. When this angle value is equal to R, so we can show from the geometry, it is also equal to R. Now, considering the triangles. So which triangles? First I will consider, so from this diagram, you can see which are, so the incident wavefront is AB, the reflected wavefront is A dash B dash, and the mirror is M1 M2. So lying in the same plane. So from this, what can I able to write from the diagram? The incident ray, from the diagram you can tell the incident ray and one more is the reflected ray, the reflected ray, and normal drawn to the interface, normal drawn to so mirror, normal drawn to mirror, all these three so lies in a same plane. All these three, from the diagram it is clear that all these three so lies in a same plane, lies in a same plane. Understanding is very important and diagram is very important. Okay now, correct? Now this is the incident ray, this is one of the reflected ray, and this is the normal. Actually, as per this Huygens principle, the incident wavefront A and the reflected wavefront A dash B dash and mirror M1 M2 so lies in the same plane. When they are lying in the same plane, the incident ray, the reflected ray and normal lies in the same plane, which is nothing but first law of reflection. First law of reflection states that so incident ray, the reflected ray and normal will lies in a same plane. That is called as first law of reflection. Correct? Now, what is the second law of reflection? So, in order to prove the second law of reflection, here the triangles A dash, what are the triangles I need to consider? So, this angle value I don't forget this. So, this angle value equal to I. Here the triangles, which one? So, first one is angle at A na. So, A dash, A, B dash and so triangle and triangle, one more is, so which one is the one more triangle given by, so ABC, or one more triangle value will be given by, so one angle, this is for A dash AB and one more for, so A dash B dash. These are the two triangles. One triangle is, which one I consider, A dash AB. What is the angle value? I. And one more triangle is given by, so which one? So one more triangle value given by here, A dash B dash. So in these two triangles, so what are the values? So for the triangles, the values, which one? So A B dash and so B dash E will be equal to C into T. So one side is C. A B dash value, so what is the value of A B dash? CT. And what is the value of B dash A dash? The value of B dash A dash now? The value of B dash A dash. So that value will be equal to the value of B A dash. B A dash. Sorry, this is the value of B A dash. Which value? So one angle value given by this one, A B dash, and another angle value will be given by so B A dash. From the triangle, so which one? A dash A B dash, and from the triangle, which one? A dash B. A dash B. Okay now? So A dash B one angle, and one more triangle is so A dash A B dash. So these two triangles, what is the angle at B and what is the angle at B dash? So angle B is equal to angle B dash is equal to 90 degrees. So these are the two triangles with one side value same and one angle also same. So these are the congruent triangles. Which triangles? Congruent triangles. So congruent triangles. In a congruent triangles, so what happens? We know that one side also equal, one angle also equal, then opposite angles also equal. According to this property, we can write. So angle I value equal to angle. So angle I is the angle of incidence and angle R is the angle of reflection. So angle I value equal to angle. Regarding the triangles, no confusion now. First triangle is A dash A B and one more triangle is given by so A dash B dash. So that A dash A B one triangle and one more triangle A dash B. The angle at A value I, the angle at A dash value is R. So angle I value equal to angle. when I can write this angle I is equal to angle of opposite angles in a congruent triangles are equal. So in a congruent triangles, here what happen? One side value will be C. So what is that side value? A B dash value and B dash A dash value both are same. So one side value also same, one angle also same. Such a triangles are called as the congruent triangles. But in a congruent triangles, according to the property, the opposite sides are equal. Then we can write I value equal to. Understood, Anna? So therefore we proved both the laws. So this one will give you the first law and this one will give you the second law. So one more time I am telling, without knowing the Huygens principle, you cannot able to prove this. And in this very important part is diagram only. So without confusion, you need to draw the diagram. Okay, Nara? So what is the values are written? That values okay now. A B dash value will be equal to how much of CT. And what is the value of B A dash? So B A dash value also equal to C. So these both the sides. A B dash value and B A dash values are equal. Okay, now? So this is how to prove the laws of reflection by which principle? Huygens principle. Okay, now similarly, so laws of refraction. One more question today we will discuss, that is laws of refraction by Huygens principle. So refraction we have discussed. Bending of light when it is traveling from one medium to another medium is called as refraction. And what are the laws of refraction? Another important question for 3 marks. So what are the refraction? Whenever light traveling from one medium to another medium, instead of going in a straight line, so what happened to the light? Light will bend. The bending of light only called as which one? Refraction. So angle made by incident ray with the normal is I, refracted ray is R. And what are the laws? Laws of refraction. First law, incident ray. So which one is wrong? This is the incident ray. Incident ray. The second one is refracted ray. Refracted ray. Then this one is the normal. So all lies in a same plane. Incident ray, refracted ray, normal lies in a same plane. Now the second one, second law given by Snell's law. Just once again I am recalling. What is the Snell's law? Whenever a light traveling from optically rarer medium to denser medium, then mu value will be given by or mu to 1. That mu to 1 value will be given by sin I by sin I. So these are the two laws we want to prove by using the Huygens principle. Huygens principle understood, Ara? What is Huygens principle? The every point of the wavefront act like a secondary source which will emit the light in all directions in the form of secondary wavelets. That wavelets can travel with the velocity of light. Understood, Ara? So now, in order to prove these laws of refraction, last one is the laws of reflection. Now laws of refraction. So let me consider one interface. This is not reflecting surface. This is one interface. So this interface separating the two medium. Can I call this medium of refractive index mu1 and this medium of refractive index value mu2? And light can travel with the velocity of light c1 in this medium and with the velocity c2 in this medium. Okay, now? So now what I am doing is, let me consider one plane wavefront. Okay, this is the value of mu1 and velocity value is c1. So let me consider one plane wavefront. So this is my plane wavefront. So let me call the plane wavefront name is A. Immediately let me draw the ray representation. So this is one ray, one of the light ray, and here it is of one light ray, and this is a one light ray. So you have to remember always light rays are perpendicular to wavefront. Let me call this is first ray, second ray, and third ray. Like how I showed last time, directly I am writing. The angle with which it was incident is I. Actually we can show. If I draw a normal, now angle made by incident ray with the normal is I. This value equal to I, so this is also equal to I. When you are explaining by using Huygens principle, the angle of incidence is angle made by the wavefront with that interface. Okay, now I. Now what is Huygens principle? Let me call this is A and this is B and this is B. According to Huygens principle, the every point on the wavefront will act like a secondary source, and which will emit the light. That light will travel with a velocity plane. But remember, light emitted from B will travel in the first medium, whereas light emitted from A will travel in the second medium. Now what happens? So light emitted from A. So for example, it has travels a distance. Let me call so that the distance value AB dash. What is the value of that AB dash? That AB dash value, since it is traveling in the second medium in a time t, is C2 into t. Similarly, in the same time, the light coming from B, so will travels a distance of, so that distance can I call a BA dash. The value of that BA dash is equal to C1 into t. But remember, when medium is same, light coming from B and A will travel the same distance. But now medium is not same, so light coming from B and A will not travel the same distance. Light coming from A will travel the distance of AB dash. Light coming from B will travel the distance of B dash. So what is the first part of the Huygens principle? The every point on the wavefront will act like a secondary source, which will emit the light in all directions. So in the form of secondary wavelets. Now I know the incident wavefront. Now I want to locate the refracted wavefront. What is the second point? By taking that point as a center and distance traveled by the light as a radius, if I draw one sphere. So instead of drawing a sphere, so let me draw one curve, one arc. What is that arc name I am calling? So B dash. Are you getting that? So I will draw one arc. I will make it some length somewhat less. So this is one of the arc. Okay now, what is that arc name? B dash. Similarly, I can also draw from B also. I will get one more arc. Now instead of drawing the arc, directly I am drawing in order to locate the new position of the wavefront. So let me draw one tangent. So what is the tangent? The new tangent value given by the new tangent value is A dash B dash. Actually, what happened? This new tangent, what is it indicating? Now this light ray will travel like this. This is the first one. If any light ray was incident on this interface, that light ray will be bended towards the normal. So that light ray will be travel like this. So this is my second light ray. And similarly here, so this light ray also will bend. This is my third ray. And this is the third ray. Okay now? So can I call 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash? So therefore from the diagram, so this A dash, B dash is representing the refracted wave. And what is the angle of refraction we can show here? How can we show the angle of refraction? By seeing geometry. If I draw a normal, so angle made by the refracted ray with the normal. Here the light ray was refracted. Angle made by the refracted ray with the normal. So light should travel like this. Light will bend towards the normal. This is my refracted ray now. So angle made by the refracted ray, this value equal to R. From the geometry we can show. So this value equal to also R. Now what is the first law we can prove? The first law will tell you here. So incident ray or wavefront, anyone, wavefront. And one more. So refracted ray. A refracted ray or a refracted wavefront. And one more is, so with respect to incident, normal drawn to the interface or the interface. Normal drawn to the interface or interface. You know that the angle between the incident ray and incident wavefront perpendicular. Refracted ray perpendicular to refracted wavefront. Similarly, normal will be perpendicular to interface. So all lies in a same plane. Obviously, from the diagram, so lies in a same plane. Correct? Lies in a same plane. That one only, the first law of refraction. Now, how can I prove the second law? Second law of refraction. For proving the second law of refraction, so you can see. Here actually the angle at B and angle at B dash is 90 degrees. Now from the triangle, which one I am considering is, so here I will call the name A dash now. Triangle, so A dash A B. This is the triangle. A dash A B. So in this triangle, what is the value of sine? Sin theta is equal to opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Which is opposite side value given by, that is B A dash by hypotenuse value A. Since it is 90 degrees, so this value will be A. Similarly, from the triangle, so this time I will consider this triangle. So A dash B dash, A dash B dash. So it is also right angle triangle. From this triangle, what is the value of sin R? R value given. Sin R value given by, so A B dash divided by hypotenuse A. So I got the value sin I and sin R. Now what is sin I by sin R value? Sin I by sin R. Sin I value, so B A dash by A dash divided by A B dash by A dash. Correct? A dash cancel. Then sin I by sin R is equal to B A dash by A B dash. So what is the value of B A dash? That is the value C1 into T by A B dash value C2 into T. T value cancel. So then what I got the answer, sin I by sin R is equal to C1 by C. But we know that refractive index is inversely proportional to which one? To velocity, which can be written as mu2 by mu1. Therefore, what can I write? mu21 will be equal to sin I by sin, which is nothing but which law? Snell's law. What is this law mean? Snell's law. So we have proved Snell's law of laws of refraction by using which principle? Huygens principle. It is very easy and very comfort to derive this derivation also. Whereas in deflection, nothing is there to derive. Directly we can show from the properties of congruent triangle. We have equated both. But here no need. Directly we can. Understood or not? Diagram 1 mark, and remaining you need to explain regarding the diagram also, and remaining the derivation. So finally, hence Snell's law proved and two laws of refraction proved by using which principle? Huygens principle. Understood? So go through starting classes only. Remaining it is not much difficult. So go through this first class and second class. I think first class they have posted one day earlier. So after the first class they have given again ray optics numericals. And now they get posted the second class. So that before going for second class, once you refer that first class also, first class without understanding you cannot get into the second class. That you take care that is one modification. Okay. So then the remaining will continue next class. Thank you.